Thank you, Uncle Albert. Thank you for the coffee, for bringing that.
You're welcome.
And Aunt Margaret has brought biscuits. So please, everyone, please just help yourselves. Could you cut that out?
All right, Mom. You going to work tonight?
Yeah, I gotta head back soon. We've got 120 people in 2 seatings.
Were you over at the markets? Down in Whiting?
Yeah,
By the markets?
yeah,
Over by the markets. Down in Whiting?
yes. Yeah, I'm over by the markets. By the fish markets, and well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and the phone goes off, and I pick up, and he just says,
Ma's dead.
so I say, okay, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, stop being a dickhead, what the fuck do you want from me? While I'm trying to say to the fishmonger that, yes, I do want 27 pounds of flounder and 225 is my final offer. But he just keeps going.
Ma's dead.
So I stop and I turn around. And I turn again. And then a third time. And I look at these people at the market, these market people, mongers, schmoozing with potential customers. Coats, a mass of coats in different colors. The coal is steaming out of their mouths. How? I ask.
She fell out the window.
What?
Yeah.
I just stopped. Stood there clasping my phone. Where's she at?
Over at the hospitals. I'm gonna be at the house later. Are you coming home too?
Yeah, I'll be over when I'm done with service. We all three still have keys to Ma's house. Though I reckon it isn't Ma's house anymore.
To be honest, I was just hanging out at one of my girlfriend's places. I was high as fuck when I got the news. And I couldn't make out what you were saying. And the buzz just made it impossible for me to stop laughing. And I didn't realize that it had happened till 2 days later when I called you for a bit of money. You knew I was baked off my ass. Why didn't you call me back?
Guys.
You know what I'm gonna miss the most? The way her breath always smelled like coffee and cigarettes. She'd pick me up whenever I skinned my knees. And she'd press me against her sagging tits for as long as it took until I stopped wailing. And then she'd hold me out in front of her, just look deep inside me with those sleepy eyes of hers. I love you, you little fuck up. She'd say that. Some might consider her breath bad, but it always made me feel safe.
We'd come from wherever we were at, training or whatever. Even when we got older, we'd meet at Ma's house every Sunday for a nice, crisp meatloaf. Crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside.
Support in everything I did.
Yeah, I never told you this, but I remember when I was 13, and one evening Ma got disgustingly drunk. I mean, fucking hammered, fucking shit-faced, right? And when she woke up the next morning, she didn't remember hitting me with the ladle multiple times over the head. All because I didn't finish her bacon-wrapped chicken breast.
A couple years back, Ma, she was at the top of the stairs, and I was at the bottom looking up at her. And she said to me all of a sudden, "Do you remember always to hold on to the banister when you go up and down stairs?" And I said, "Yeah, I do."
The fall didn't kill her. Ma was sick. She woke up very early one morning in pain. She asked the nurse for a cup of tea. As soon as the nurse left, she leaned over and whispered, "I'm gonna jump out the window with Paulie. Come jump with us." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because we don't want to live no more."
I have these memories of lying in her womb. Safest place on the planet. I mean, I'm not even sure if they're real memories. Or maybe that time when we wanted to see who could have the more pieces of chewing gum in their mouth at once. I was 21. Nearing the end, we didn't talk much, Ma and I. All she did was offer up advice. I didn't need her advice. I mean, I remember once, after a soccer match when we were kids, I ran up to her and yeah. She always told me what I could do better and never what I was good at. Ma was honest that way. I think I resented her for that.
Once, when I had a nightmare, I was 5. I went straight into their bedroom, just tugging at the covers. As she woke up, by what seemed like reflex, I told her about my dream and that I didn't feel ready to go right back to bed just yet. She said she had a trick for dealing with dreams of monsters and frightening nastiness. It was right up there beside her. I never slept so good before or since than nestled between her arms with her left tit between my teeth.
I think she loved you the most. Since you were the firstborn. And when it came to me, there was no more room for discussion.
No.
I was basically just told to keep quiet.
No. She didn't. She did love you more. In spite of it all, there's one thing I keep coming back to. The fact remains that whatever I did, no matter what I achieved and wherever I went, she did love you more than the both of us. And the fact that you can't see that kind of makes me sick to my stomach, you nasty little cuss.
You talk to Pop?
Nah.
No.
But where he at?
Pittsburgh. Berg. I think she loved him. I mean, they were always mocking around. Ma always did the laundry at home, and this one time she hid all of Pa's socks in her suitcase and hid it on top of the dresser. And he kept asking her, where did they go? Where did my socks go? And she never caved. She never said anything. In the end, he got really fucking cross with her, but she never caved. She kept on going. You promised me something 10 years ago. Now, where might your socks be? But he never guessed it. Until one day he found out by accident. He found the socks. And he went straight out and bought 2 tickets to Africa, like they talked about when they were young and in love. You know, she thought he was the sweetest, I think. She knew how to handle him.
But she loved him way more than he loved her. She did everything around here. And he just sat there, staring at the fucking TV. And I didn't do anything about it. Until I left.
I mostly remember them fighting when I was little. Her calling him a limp noodle, a pitiful excuse for a man, and storming off and leaving Dad to take care of feeding us, making us know that spaghetti and meatballs were for plates and stomachs, not for Francis Bacon-like decorations on the wallpaper.